Hello, scholars. This is Miss Silas, and I am here to share a very special book with you by one of my favorite authors, Kevin Henkes. And this book is called The Year of Billy Miller. And I really hope you will enjoy it. You have two options here. You can either sit back and listen to the book as a read aloud, or if you would like to read along with me, you're welcome to do that. I'll show you how I'll do that in just a moment. But before we get started, I just want to look at the cover to kind of get an idea. To me, this looks like the wind blowing his hat. And I see a boy who looks very worried. And I also like this red and fancy font. The Year of Billy Miller makes me think that something big might happen to him that year. And then I also wanted to share with you the back of the book, which I found online. Sorry for the very small type. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see if I can get to it. Okay. It was a blustery day. The flag on the nearby pole snapped in the wind. Billy raced ahead of his family up the steps to the lookout platform. As he stood between the giant's enormous feet, a sudden gust lifted his cap from his head. His cap sailed away. Without thinking, Billy stepped onto the middle rung of the guardrail, leaned over, and reached as far as he could. ... This makes me think that what we're looking at here is that moment where he's standing, reaching over the guardrail. Shall we begin? The Year of Billy Miller by Kevin Henkes. Dedication to 4. Wife Laura, son Will, daughter Clara, teacher Susan. Contents: dedication, part 1, teacher. And that part has chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Part 2, father. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Part 3, sister. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And part 4, mother. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and chapter 5. Then we have about the author, credits, copyrights, and about the publisher. So this first part is part 1, teacher. And what I'm going to do is you'll see my little cursor here, this hand. And when I start a new paragraph, I'll try to just put the hand by the paragraph that I'm working on. And so the hand will disappear, but when I come to a new paragraph, I'll put it there in case you're following along and you lost where we were. So chapter 1. It was the first day of second grade, and Billy Miller was worried. He was worried that he wouldn't be smart enough for school this year. That was a reason he was worried. 2 weeks earlier, on their drive home from visiting Mount Rushmore and the Black Hills of South Dakota, Billy Miller and his family stopped in Blue Earth, Minnesota to see the statue of the Jolly Green Giant. I wonder if that's the giant that they're talking about on the back cover. Billy instantly recognized the giant from the labels of canned and frozen vegetables. The statue was spectacular, so tall and the greenest green Billy had ever seen. Have you guys ever seen that Jolly Green Giant that is on some vegetables? I don't know that it's so popular anymore, but it used to be. Billy was wearing his new baseball cap that said Black Hills in glossy silver embroidery. It was a blustery day. The flag on the nearby pole snapped in the wind. Billy raced ahead of his family, up the steps to the lookout platform. As he stood between the giant's enormous feet, a sudden gust lifted his cap from his head. His cap sailed away. Without thinking, Billy stepped onto the middle rung of the guardrail, leaned over, and reached as far as he could. He fell to the pavement below. The next thing Billy remembered was waking up in a hospital. His parents, whom he called Mama and Papa, were with him, as was his 3-year-old sister Sally, whom everyone called Sal. After tests were done, the doctor proclaimed Billy miraculously unharmed except for a lump on his head. "You fell exactly the right way to protect yourself," the doctor told him. "You're a lucky young man." "And Papa got your hat back," said Sal. When they returned home, Billy proudly showed his lump. and his cap to his best friend, Ned. He called his grandmother on the phone and told her about the incident, too. Everything seemed all right until a few nights later when Billy overheard his parents talking in the kitchen. "I'm worried about him," said Mama. "He's fine," said Papa. "Everyone said he's fine, and he seems fine. He is fine." "You're probably right," said Mama, "but I worry that down the line something will show up. He'll start forgetting things." "He already forgets things," said Papa. "He's a 7-year-old boy." "You know what I mean," said Mama. She paused. "Or he'll be confused at school, or—" That's all Billy heard. He snuck up to his room and closed the door, and that's when he started to worry. Billy didn't tell anyone that he was worried. Sometimes he didn't know how to say what he was thinking. He had words in his head, but they didn't always make it to his mouth. This happened often, even before the fall. "Happy first day of school," said Mama. "Happy first day of school," said Papa. Billy had noticed long ago that one of his parents often repeated what the other said. Ooh, look at this toast. Yum. And what is this, hot chocolate? Let's see. Without taking the time to sit at the table, Mama rushed about the kitchen, stealing a few bites of Papa's toast and a gulp of his coffee. She hoisted her big canvas bag onto the counter and reorganized its contents. It was Mama's first day of school, too. She taught English at the high school down the street. While Billy was eating his pancakes, Papa reread aloud the letter that Mrs. Silver, the second grade teacher, had sent that summer. In the letter, Mrs. Silver greeted the students and said she was looking forward to the new school year. She said that she and her, see if I can move this thing. Might not be able to. I'm sorry, something is covering up my screen and I think I cannot move this. So she said that she and her, something at home and 2 dogs. She said that second grade would be a safe, happy year of growth and a wonderful, joyful, exciting challenge. Billy stopped chewing when he heard the word challenge. He put down his fork and touched the lump on his head. He didn't want a challenge. Papa continued. "Miss Silver said you'll be studying colors and habitats and the world of names." "That sounds like fun," said Mama. "My students will be studying Beowulf and Paradise Lost." "I'd rather be in second grade," said Papa, smiling. Unlike the other fathers Billy knew, Papa stayed home and took care of Sal in the house. Papa was an artist. He was waiting for a breakthrough. That's what he always said. He was currently working on big sculptures made of found objects. Pieces of old machines, tree limbs, and broken furniture filled the garage and spilled out onto the driveway. They were scattered across the yard, too. Billy loved watching Papa work. There was always something lying around that was fun to play with. "Gotta go," said Mama. She kissed Papa on his bushy orange beard. She kissed Billy on his lump. "Have a fantastic day," she said, "and kiss Sal for me when she wakes up." Let's see. Just like that, Mama was gone, the smell of her lemony shampoo hanging in the air for a moment. Papa cleared his throat and shook Mrs. Silver's letter with a flourish. Billy could tell he was trying to be funny. In a deep, rumbly voice, he said, "This utterly fascinating letter concludes by stating that currently this is, in fact, according to the Chinese, the year of the rabbit." Oh, you know what? I think of the Chinese New Year and the year of the rabbit, the year of the dog, the year of the dragon, and then this is the year of Billy Miller. So I wonder if those two things are going to connect. What do you think? Papa used his regular voice again. "That's pretty great, don't you think? The year of the rabbit?" Billy shrugged. Normally this would have interested him, but he was preoccupied. "Maybe you'll have carrots for a snack every day," said Papa. Silence. "Papa," said Billy. "But Papa, will I be smart enough for second grade?" "Of course you will," said Papa. He was looking right at Billy, directly into his eyes. Billy glanced down at what was left of his pancakes. With his thick, work-gnarled finger, Papa lifted Billy's chin. Their eyes met and held. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out how I can get to those words there. I know you can't see my thing that's here, but I have something there, so it's covering up my words. Billy glanced down at what was left of his pancakes. With his thick, work-gnarled finger, Papa lifted Billy's chin. Their eyes met and held. Mrs. Silver and the great nation of China. The year of the rabbit, said Papa. But I know, and I know everything, that this is the year of Billy Miller. Billy smiled. He couldn't not. He repeated Papa's words in his head. This is the year of Billy Miller.